waste management. Mr. Kirkitsos, you have the floor. First of all, thank you very much for your invitation. The issue of wind turbine management is a serious one, and I believe that the Greek state should show that it wants to work together with all parties involved to come to a point where wind turbines can be managed in an environmentally friendly, cost-effective way. Unfortunately, I couldn't join the webinar previously, so let me focus on my subject, on my topic, wind turbines alternative management. I would like to demonstrate the available options currently in the market. In Greece, both end users and producers, as well as for those importing wind turbines and building wind farms, those all have two options to manage wind turbine farms at the end of their life. First, the owners themselves of the wind farms can manage the end-of-life stage. And secondly, an alternative waste management scheme can be put in place, built by the producers themselves, who would take the responsibility of waste management. It is the well-known approach currently applicable to cars, electrics and electronic devices and in other sectors that can be extended to wind turbines. We shouldn't forget that wind turbines are first and foremost machines, electrical machines, and they could possibly be part of an existing electronics devices management scheme, as is the case with photovoltaics through the applicable scheme. Before going to the bottom line, I would like to refer to the law 2839 as applicable on alternative management of various products and components applicable to packaging, to electric and electronic devices, to mineral oils, to end-of-life vehicles, and to aggregates. And there is extended experience on it. Some years ago, it was proposed to the ministry to take action on that.
So in practice, experience through several systems has highlighted the weaknesses, because photovoltaics are products with a long-term use and are only managed at their end of life. So operators should be paying for whole years and have this management at the end. There was a problem with previous laws on alternative management, because the stock of the systems, the reserve had to be 40%. So there should be a budget for the management of PV panels. The same problem, and even more, because wind farms are of a much higher value proportionally. So there's going to be a major problem. So what we need is a legislative regulation arrangement to lay the foundations for the proper functioning of the systems, to allow for this reserve in the new system. In my view, it would be extremely useful concerning the two initial options. First, management by producers themselves, waste management by the owners of the parks, the wind farms. And the second option would be an alternative management. I would say that a new system, the option of a new system, has a major advantage for the producers, in the sense that the cost will be lowered. Because if the producer himself is trying to see what to do with the wind turbines, how to decommission them, who to work with in order to have proper management, this is completely different from having a system tailor-made for this work. So the cost, because of the economies of scale, can be lowered for producers, which is very important because that would take us faster to renewable energy sources and wind turbines. And this new system will take up the responsibility for the producers. Producers will be paying a fee, an amount at installation, depending on the megawatts and the quantity and quality of wind turbines, and will be dismissed from his responsibility to manage the wind turbines. This responsibility will be shifted to the system, and the system will be controlled by the state, as it happens all over Europe for alternative management systems and all products. Therefore, the business, the producer of wind turbines will not have this stress, will not have to care. And another environmental issue is that the system can follow up the advances of technology and can adopt each time the best available option for the management of wind turbines, which is very important because we have problems with blades and the blade material. There are ongoing matters which are under research. So this the system will always be checking the best possible alternatives and will be choosing the best and the most cost-efficient technique. In this sense, I would say that this is an extremely good idea, which during a meeting with the minister and his advisors has been discussed. This was raised by many people, and I have personally raised this to the minister, and he has been very positive. He said that this is an excellent solution, and I think that in the law it is now possible for producers, if they wish, to adopt an alternative management system. So I think this is the direction we have to head to in order to address all management issues in a better way, in an environment-friendlier way, and at a lower cost. And of course, the legislation has opened up a way for this option. So it's the right moment to mobilize all stakeholders and go to this direction. From my experience for so many years, it has been shown that this is a good option as long as there is transparency, of course, and full control by stakeholders. And it can be very effective in preventing problems that we have with other systems. So there will be no problems with wind turbines because they are doing very well and they can do even better in the future. And time is coming for such a management of wind turbines. That was all from me. If you have any question, I will be available. Thank you very much, Mr. Kirkitsos. Thank you for your presentation.